Good day folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Trevor and I am your one-armed bandit in the bush. In this episode I will be sharing with you the footage that we took as we went out exploring. You and me, we went exploring together on the Bradshaw trail, as well as from there I overlanded across to Glamis dunes and spent some time there. So maybe a little bit about that, right? First up, there was a big problem that I hit in this section of the trail, and that was somewhere between the Bradshaw and Glamis. It was really bad washboard. I managed to do some damage to the mounting brackets that hold the rooftop tent to the sport rack that sits on top of my smart cap. So that's exactly what the problem was. On inspection after my first night in Glamis dunes, which was a terrible night's sleep, every time I turned, the truck would squeak. And it's the first that I had come across that. So the next morning, however, when I inspected, I noticed that the rear bracket on the driver's side had sheared completely. And the problem was that the tent was now bending that down, and the rest of the brackets were looking somewhat compromised. Closer inspection revealed that the front side driver's bracket had worked itself loose. The nuts had worked loose, and I think that created a little bit of play which got that tent moving, particularly on washboards, going slowly, but it's a lot of weight that's swinging on the top of it. Anyway, I sheared two brackets. So I had those spot welded. Luckily enough, managed to get that repaired on the road. That's brought me to Las Vegas, where I'm having a proper repair job done. Las Vegas Overlanding Company, and James, who's been of great benefit and service to me in the past, is helping me out yet again. He's arranged with one of his contacts to fabricate stronger brackets that will better support that tent. And I'm hoping that that stuff's going to go on within the next 2 days, and then I'll be getting out of Vegas, heading to St. George, Virgin River area, and then on into Valley of the Gods area. So that's kind of my general plan over the next few weeks, and we'll see where that takes us. But for now, let's get into the Bradshaw. I hope you enjoy it. You will see we had great company from the US Air Force, multiple flybys. So either they were keeping an eye on us, or we just happened to be camped in the right spots because that was right on the flyby zone. Enjoy it. See you on the next one. All right, folks, time to bust out of here. Today, we are going to be heading out to the Bradshaw Trail. So, it's 75 miles one direction. So I'm going to start on the east, going west. And then I'll come back the same way. So I'm probably going to spend about 4 days out there. So why don't we go see what we're going to find? I'm really excited. I hope you are. All right, folks. So we've reached the end of the paved section. The first few miles of Bradshaw is a paved road, and I'm now going to go onto the unpaved surface, the dirt road, the rocks, the sand. So time to air down. I'm probably going to drop it by about 30 to 40% of its full tire pressure, and I'll see how that goes, and I may take it down even lower depending on how sandy it gets. So let me get some air out of these tires, and then we'll hit the trails and see where it gets us. Alright, so this actually marks the end of the trail. I was planning on taking 2 days to get here, but I was looking for a campsite, and I drove and this is where I've ended, in the Bradshaw Trail. So whilst Pumbaa is not the very first truck to be photographed, yeah, right now she's the only truck. So here we go. I think I'm gonna go up there somewhere and see if I can find a campsite. It is getting a bit late in the day, so I want to get moving. So having found a campsite, it was time for me to get dinner on the way, and on the menu tonight is nothing other than mutton chops in the skillet. They were so good. I tell you what, gotta try this out. The bone, you know, get it nice and cooked on that side too. Nice little flyby this morning. The boys just come out to say hello. Yeah. That was what you call a flyby. Spotted him just in time. Alright, so I've just hit the end of the Bradshaw and I'm now riding off, being routed to the next destination by BHd&x. So I'm just following the navigation route as it shows me, and we're now headed to Glamis Dunes. So, see you there!
So the one thing that I would just advise is that Glamis Dunes is a off-highway vehicle park, so you can expect to come across multiple buggies depending on the day of the week that you're there, of course. But these are very powerful machines that are out there to have fun in the dunes, so they're traveling at extremely high speed. There is only one real trail that runs the full length of these dunes, which is what you saw on the earlier video footage when I was driving with Pumbaa. The rest is really just a playground. So if you're going to go out there, keep that in mind. And you're going to encounter this. So be very, very careful and very mindful of these buggies, as they are moving a whole lot quicker than what you will in an overlanding rig. So this is just a look at those brackets that had sheared completely off, as well as a little temporary fix where I'd bolted a piece of a bracket on. And then I had to go and find some help. So luck had it on my side today.
Alright, so as you've seen in those still images, unfortunately I've sheared those brackets, the front runner mounting brackets. My good fortune would have it that within about 5 miles of where I was at, I found Glamis Fab. So they're going to take a look and see if they can help me out. But as you can tell, I'm in a very rowdy place. So we're going to try and spot weld, or they're going to try and spot weld for me, the two brackets. Rear driver side and front passenger side, just a temporary, so that I can try and keep moving. Let's see how we go. Clearly the big problem and the big challenge that we have here is that, as you can see, there's just nowhere to work. There's no space. Very, very difficult. Back, so I don't get nailed with spark. But I'm extremely grateful that I can at least get this done as a temporary fix, so that I can still at least sleep in the tent until I get brackets replaced.
Thank you for joining me on this leg of the wilderness exploration. Yeah, it was really, although, you know, you have a little bit of a challenge here and there, you got to expect it when you're traveling, because, I mean, this rig had been on the road non-stop for a month and a half, heavily loaded, fully loaded. You know, things are going to get tested, and sometimes the specification of what you have on the vehicle is not really going to be robust enough for your use case. So once again, it's always about go back to the use case and make sure that what you're getting is what in fact you're actually going to need when you get out there. Because To be honest, that tent could very well have come off altogether. I don't know that I would have to have driven much further down that washboard trail in order for a third bracket to shear, and then where those bolts were loose, I mean, you can say goodbye to the tent. So fortune would have it that that didn't occur. Fortune would have it that I found someone who could assist me repairing it. But I can tell you, when I left Glamis Dunes, the farmers' tractors were overtaking me. I was going so cautious. Thanks for joining. Look forward to seeing you on the next one as I work from Glamis Dunes, making my way back up in a northerly direction towards Vegas. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. See you soon.